All right. Ooh. So we're gonna get into an energy check-in. Okay. And this card left itself behind while the other deck was like this. So I'm gonna take this as our first little sign, and that is huge with our intuition. Is learning how to take signs. Like, learn how to take the signs. Learn how to hear the songs and hear the sounds and hear the horns and hear the things fall. Hear the ringing in your ears. See the colors. To hear the names. Like, there's so many ways that the universe, seeing the angel numbers, like there's so many ways the universe communicates with us, the way that our guides will communicate with us, our angels, our ancestors communicate with us, and it's up to you to be open to it. You have to be open to the communication as well. All right, so I definitely feel like for this collective, the energy check-in is, I guess, being open to the signs, being more open to the messages, being more open to what you're receiving and following through. What I'm getting here is a lot of you guys are very creative or needing to tap more into your creativity. But a lot of times we don't allow ourselves to just do or be beginners, or like there's so much that I do that I used to be like, I don't know. But then I just started to be like, fuck it. You know, like the only way to get better is to put yourself out there. The only way to get better is to do and then improve. Like today I've been, I started doing my dream pillows again. And I go back, it's literally, I'm like, okay, at this point I see my cycles, my flows. Like, I go through stages of wanting to sew, and then I like obsess for a little bit, and then I back off, and then I want to do jewelry, or then I get into my readings. Like, I have different things, and now I've learned, instead of like old me, like right now I'm trying to see if somebody has my old ebooks, because me, I normally just be like, okay, fuck it, that part of me is gone, I'm over it, like move on. But now I'm learning how to keep all those parts of me in a sense, but just giving myself space to just keep showing up, I guess, as I am. I always feel like I have to completely shift into whatever this new version is, but all these other versions still exist. They just exist when it's time. You know, like for instance, and I'm going to say this. So like the other day, me and my daughter, some days I'll let her sleep in my room, but I like to try and keep her to sleep in her own room. But she said she was having a bad dream, and I was like, well, first, you know, she didn't want to tell me the dream, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm trying to think, what can I do to help her? I was like, well, you know, let's say our prayers, and I was like, well, have you used your crystals in a while? She's like, oh, well, no, I guess I haven't used crystals. That's something she used to do. Well, you know, we've always done, again, we just go through flows, like we'll go do a little bit, and then we'll be done. You know, we kind of forget about it until we feel like we need it again. And when she started to have the bad dream, she's like, okay, well, I'm gonna do crystals. So the first night, I think we were both too tired to get up and get the crystals, so we just prayed. And the next day she was like, okay, I'm going to get the crystals. And she laid her crystal underneath her pillow. And she said, Mommy, that the crystals worked again. Like, it worked. And I was like, cool. Like, good deal. You know, I'm glad that we always have the tools when we need them. We don't always need them every day. But it's the knowledge of what to use when you need it. You know, when something is sick, knowing and having the knowledge of, oh, this herb is what's going to help you with it, okay? Like, yeah, I guess that's the knowledge. You know, it's knowledge. So I guess what am I trying to say? Is, I guess, allowing yourself to express or be all these parts of you without feeling the need to like throw parts away. I don't know. That's the best way I can explain it. And hopefully my example kind of helps put something into perspective. I do what I do because I feel like I'm me for a reason. You know, everybody doesn't communicate the way that I do or talk the way they do or have the quirks that I do. And I trust that I am drawn to people that are able to understand my language. You know what I mean? And look at this. This feels like it's giving mermaid vibes, but just like a very unique language. Just what I get from these colors is being able to communicate uniquely. Like, for instance, the guy that I'm kind of dealing with, I feel as though I'm more attracted to our connection because he understands my language, even when I don't understand things. Like, things that he does, it helps me to grow even when I'm like fighting it. And I think vice versa. But we communicate so differently, and we're so stubborn in our communication that it forces us to find this like flow. I don't even know how to explain it right now, but it works. And I just feel like we have to sometimes trust more in our universe and those signs and the people that are put into our lives and all those things. So I don't know. I just feel like okay, and so I guess what I'm hearing too is like, okay, so for instance, this is so funny that I'm even getting into this message today, but I guess we'll get into it. So I guess I'm gonna, and I don't know, this, like, I feel part of me is a little like, because when I start to talk about someone, that's usually like a sacrifice of, okay, so this is about to end that because all these eyes and energies are gonna be on, I know about this connection, and it's gonna either break it or it's gonna make it stronger. So that'll be, we'll find out on the next episode of My Love Life. But within this connection though, like Yes.
When you're finished, we're gonna do a free play. Whatever game we're gonna do on my phone or my iPad.
Okay. Give me about 5 more minutes so I can finish up.
I know.
So like for instance, we got into this argument one time, and after that, it was our first argument. I think he was kind of like, oh, you're mean. That's the best way to sum it up. It's like, oh, you're mean. And he didn't like that, and I don't like that. It's not a good thing, but I am also very firm on I need people to see the ugliest parts of me and be able to love me through that as well, because I will love the ugliest parts of a person and give them grace to grow, and I expect that same in return, because I'm not perfect, but we all have our shit, right? But from then it created like this, it switched our dynamic a little bit. He became very avoidant, very like, he's super kind though, so it always like, it threw me off, because at first I was like, what the fuck? Then every time I've experienced it, it was very, in my opinion, it was negative, like. But he's always very, like, I guess what I can say is that he's always very calm. He's very calm, which is not a good thing to me. It triggers me as well. I feel like I've dated like Virgos, I've even dated Gemini, Sagittarius, men. They all have this calm exterior, but it's not about your expression of it. It's the way that you talk to me, or the way that you can distance yourself. Like, it's other things that fucks up your mental that I feel like they do. But anyways, where was I going with that? So basically, he expressed kind of like that, you were mean, and that shit kind of fucked me up, and I'm already struggling with my own shit. So, like, I'm here with you, I'm in this, but it definitely made our communication like fucked up for a little bit, until I started to kind of not take the way that he processed stuff personal, because he didn't take how I process stuff personal. Because like me, I'm very, you know what, fuck this, I'm done, I don't even give a fuck, like, and he'll just be like, okay, so you're in your negative energy right now, and I'm not gonna like engage in it. And then when I'm out of it, or I've calmed down, then he'll re-engage, or he'll kind of like, but can you get out? You're being nosy. No, we'll do it later. Close my door too. You're trying to be nosy about my love life. Close the door. Then she gonna crack it back open. Close it, is what I said. So, where was I going with this? Nosy Rosie. But, so yeah, anyways, I just, his communication triggered the fuck out of me, and his all, just, that avoidant shit, fuck all that. So for me, after the first time, I cried my cries. Like, when it first happened, I was just like, oh my God. I was more so heartbroken that the nigga that I was like really fucking with had this trait that I hated the most. Like, this is like the worst trait God could have given you. Like, this is the worst trait, actually, nigga. You was real perfect until this one showed up. So, and that's really how I'm just like, yo, you was really checking the boxes here. This right here, not a go. But instead of me, because normally when I would deal with avoidance, I would match their energy. Like, okay, you don't want to respond to me for 3 days, bitch? Oh, I'm not responding for 4. And then whatever excuse you gave me, I'm going to give you back, just so you can see a mirror of how fucking dumb and stupid you fucking sound. You know what I mean? Like, because be fucking for real. People acting like they can't respond for 3. Bitch, you was on Instagram every hour for every fucking of those 3 to 4 days. Don't act like this shit wasn't intentional. So I don't like when people try to act like, oh, I was just so busy. It wasn't, like, bitch, just say you wasn't in the mood to talk. You know what I mean? Communicate. Be a real ass nigga. That's all I be expecting. But anyways, we won't into that. So me, instead of matching this energy after a while, like the first time it happened, obviously, when he pulled back, I started just match energy. I was just like, oh, he's not responding to me. And I'm already a girl that's like, I don't like to reach out first. So already, if you're not reaching out to me, I'm not reaching out to you. Like, and then I'm gonna take it personal if you're not reaching out to me and being consistent with me, because what the fuck, So I'm in my feelings. I'm taking it personal. I'm like, wow, like, it's over. I'm just, but then once we started talking, we started connecting, whatever, and, talking about what happened and kind of understanding our perspective, whatever, we got there. But then, boom, of course, when you heal a cycle, it's going to repeat itself, right? So you can see if you're going to break it. So then we get into another little spat. I forget what it was. It wasn't anything. They've never been like super big, but then somehow my emotions or a trigger will be like something that'll like trigger it to be bigger than what it really needs to be. But I believe too that they need to happen that way, so that way we can have these arguments and see how we work through things and have these dynamics, because that's how we'll know, right? So we had like another little spat that kind of made us kind of like irritated, I guess, with each other. And this time where I'm like, okay, cool. If he's irritated with me, I see that he's going to be in his little bubble. He's going to be, focused in his life. And if he does reach out, it's going to be real short, whatever. Like, it's not what I like. So whenever it would happen, instead of just matching the energy, I would just go hard. Like, I would just spew. I just said whatever the fuck I wanted to say. Like, if my feelings were hurt, if whatever. I mean, I'm just getting it all out there. And I don't know. I guess the best way I can say is, like, this time around, every time I feel the need to, like, match the energy, or I felt the need to, like, want to close up, or what I do, I you know what? It's okay. You don't even care about me for anyways. Bye. And cut this shit off. Okay, so I actually did it yesterday too, and I'm realizing that I'm on my period's coming, so I get extra emotional. And I realized I did this the last time my period's about to come, is I did the same thing where I was like, you know what, you're not responding fast enough or something, I'm done. And then like 2 hours later, I was like, bitch, what are you tripping about? And I was like, oh, and then I realized, like, I think I'm like heightened emotion or whatever. So I'm like, you know what, I said something like, I'm not going nowhere, I'm tripping, but you're really, like, this XYZ did upset me. And then he just kind of like laughed, like, okay, you're crazy, but I'm here for it. Like, I'm glad at least you're not gonna try and be stubborn with the I'm cutting you off and then make us go through days of, this extraness when it's really not even that necessary. So I was like, I'm tripping. So anyways, we got back on track pretty quickly. Like, it was kind of like a good, like, okay, we're learning, maneuvering. Like, okay, she be having her little spats, I don't give energy to it, and now that when he doesn't feed it, at first I took it personal, but now I'm just like, okay, he's not gonna feed your negativity. Get it together. Like, I don't know how to explain it. So then last night I did the same thing. I forget what. Oh, I asked him if he wanted to see what I created, my dream pillows. And I was like, granted, I know he works from like 3 a.m., gets off at like 3 p.m. and he works so hard. Like, I get it. He really does. My baby be working. But I was like, in my feelings, again, period's about to come. And I was like, did you want to see what I created today? And he's like, sure. And I was like, sure? Sure, nigga? Sure? Like, nigga, you don't even care about me. Who says that? Like, who says sure? Like, I mean, I went on a tangent off of that, and it took me, like, in the moment, my piece of my head was like, you're bugging. Like, just chill. Like, it's not even that deep. You know that he has low energy. You know that he's being just, right now in his mind, he's just showing up and being present in the conversation, because at this time that we were talking, he would normally be asleep. He would normally not even be entertaining a conversation, because he would be asleep and preparing for work or being tired from work. So I was like, girl, you probably should chill, because he's not gonna, he doesn't like when you start getting, doing what you're about to do. We didn't give a fuck. I was in my feelings. Nigga, what the fuck are you talking about? Sure. Like, I literally made it these pillows. You're supposed to say, yes, of course. Or like, oh my God, yes. Like, I don't know what I wanted, but it was not sure. And I was pissed. So, I went on my tangent. Don't even worry about it. Cut it off. Don't even wish you the best, nigga. And then this morning, he didn't respond. Of course, he didn't respond to it. And then this morning, I was like, I had already knew again, because my higher self already said, chill the fuck out. I didn't. I like, sometimes I just keep it going. I don't know, but I've learned when I do that, at least it gets me more in tune with that voice of, oh, okay, that's what it was telling me, and I need to listen to it more the next time. So this morning, my higher self said, okay, you already know the cycle. You did kind of spaz for kind of something small, and that's not something he's gonna, like, had he done something that was really rude or disrespectful, or we know how to, we do have good conversations when we're in a disagreement, or we're just not seeing, not necessarily a disagreement, because we don't even have, like, I'm not explaining, but when we're like discussing a situation that we're both kind of like trying to find balance or clarity on, we do good. So it's like, if he just is like, I know that's him not feeding the energy. And a part of me used to want to take that personal, like, that just means he doesn't love me, doesn't care about me. But I think that's just his way of loving himself and loving me, because I'm not gonna engage in that behavior with you either. And I've actually kind of been growing to like it, and I don't know if I should, but I have been. So then this morning, of course, I had to still be a little bit of me. I'm a Taurus. Like, you're not going to not respond to me. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm not responding to you, but I'm not going to respond to the negative or whatever. And then he said his little piece. Like, he said, I said I wanted to see it. I said I'm sure. And you just started going off at the mouth. Like, I'm not going to give you that energy. So I don't even know what the fuck I could, but I knew literally that's what he was going to say. And I just kind of was like, it was also like, okay, nigga, at least he's not leaving. At least he never entertains leaving. Like, anytime I'm like, wish you well, the nigga's like, yeah, so I'm still here. So I don't know how to take it, but I'm rocking with it. However, but it, like I said, it's been making me learn how to find that motion with our conversations. Like, I don't know how to explain it. So I don't even know how I got here. But for whoever needs to hear that, like, I guess the biggest message for me in this connection has been learning, one, to listen to my own inner self and my own path, and not absorb stuff from social media and what social media and people on social media think it should look like, be like, and respond like, but more so what my heart and what my energy and intuition feel aligned with, you know, at each and every moment in time. Because a bitch, I'm so ready to leave, detach. I've done all the things to leave and detach and pull my energy away, but it always stays in a very forcing me to grow energy, and vice versa, and then forcing us to have very honest communication, and vice versa, and forcing us to like express our emotions, and vice versa. It may not always be in my time, it may not always be in the way that I like, or the way that it looks like in my head, but it happens and it comes out and it's there, and it's calm, you know. So sometimes, and that's all I have to tune into, is like, okay, well, this is what feels good. Even when it doesn't feel good, this is still what feels good, you know? And I think I've had to learn and remember that, because it's been a while since I've been in a real long-term relationship and been building something for a long term, because I was in such a long one that I was okay with just, yeah, whatever. experience, okay, bye, I gotta go. But I think I think I'm coming into an energy where I am ready to like really settle down. So whether it is with this person or the next, I know that I'm being more into lessons that are teaching me how to be back and be better as a wife again, you know, because that's where I want to be, you know. So, you know, I'm always gonna have great days, and I'm learning how, when we don't have the best days, that I need to do better with my communication. That just I do get emotional, but I do want to do better at not popping off at the mouth. I do appreciate that when I pop out the mouth, that he doesn't take it personal, and that he doesn't pop out back at me, you know. Like, and that's one of the things I think that keeps me like, damn, I kind of fuck with this man, because I've had a couple times where I've gone off, like I'm really manic sometimes, and he's just so calm. He's just kind of calm, just real, and it's a good calm. It's a calm that makes me want to calm down, you know. It makes me want to be a little bit softer, because you never once have you used me being disrespectful to you as an excuse to disrespect me back. And for whatever reason, it speaks volumes to me. So it helps keep me wanting to like do better. I don't know. I just can't explain it. But if y'all think about that bitch, let me know in the comments. No, I'm so serious though, like dead ass. Any red signs you picked up in what I said about this, just still let me know. Let's have a conversation about it. And I think that's what we really need to do, is be able to have these more back and forth conversations, like real live conversations, not just these little short blurs we see on social media and shit. So yeah, I feel it all over. So as we get back to whatever this reading was supposed to be, the song that's playing is I Can Feel It All Over. The Green Jade comes out. Love, happiness, attracting love. So again, working through these challenges, whatever these challenges are, like spiritually, with communication, with love, within your psychic abilities, I just feel like you're finding it's about finding your emotion, your flow. This is so weird. Oh, the alignment is so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love this, because like, look, so in the past, present, future setup, look, they're both purple, and then this one, the water is like a greeny blue, but then it goes into like a very light blue. Both kind of the same hues, of the same color though to me, so it's kind of the same, right? So working through those emotions, that then turns into like, this is spiritual protection, good communication, okay? This is letting it all out and flow, and this is really knowing how to harness the energy. This is allowing yourself to tap into it and express it, and this is again harnessing it, okay? This is it working and being in motion, you know. And then in the middle, the present, is how, again, working through those present communication barriers, and what else was up here? Kindness, good communication, peaceful outcomes, love and marriage, maybe even having positive communication of knowing that positive outcomes can exist. Again, it's turning into heart healing. It's turning into love, abundance, good things all around you. So I don't know why I just had to rant the way I did and share so much of my business, but fuck it. And I hope that in some way it does resonate and it helps with somebody that crossed paths with this goddamn video. And again, if you feel like I'm a dumb bitch, let me know in the comments. But other than that, thank you guys for watching. If you feel called to, book a love reading with me, and subscribe to the video, share with a friend, and I think that's it.